Even in places like this, the British National Library, even the most bookish of academics, researchers and students are using Google in order to help them with their studies. In fact, the word to Google is the most commonly worded verb in the English language. So much so that in June 2006 it was included in the British Oxford Dictionary. There it's defined as to search. On your computer, at home, or in the office, or even on the move, or just before you go to sleep, we're all Googling something. This search engine is always awake, working in 15 languages across the world, including Japanese, Korean and Chinese. Since its launch in November 2007, Google's Android network has now passed the 1 billion mark, a significant milestone it reached in September 2013. Android is now the most popular operating system. It's bigger than all of the other market leaders combined. Android now has 2/3 of the tablet market as well, with sales in the first quarter of 2014 up a massive 53% from just a year ago. Google products are now household names, from Gmail to the Google Chrome search, to Google News, to Google Play, with digital content store, with apps, games, books, music, and a lot more as well. Turning a search engine from a commodity into a highly profitable business that's revolutionized the world and ingrained itself into the fabric of the lives of its consumers has arguably been a combination of luck and the work of genius. Two of them, the Google guys to be precise, Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Whether it's Google Maps, Google Earth, Google Books, the photo organizer Picasa, Google TV, which is built on Android and Chrome, or the futuristic Google driverless cars, the Google drones and robots, Google is at the forefront of pushing the boundaries where technology meets consumers' changing needs in an interconnected and seamless world. It's now a worldwide brand phenomenon. It serves billions, but it's much more than a search engine. It's a data-driven technology giant whose innovations are literally changing the world in all areas, from adjusting the heating devices in our homes to mapping our genes and helping to cure illnesses, and confronting some of the world's environmental concerns too. Wherever you travel in the world today, you'll see scenes like this. Coffee bars with people of all ages Googling away, finding information, helping them decide where to go and even what and where to buy, whilst keeping up to date with everything that's going on in their world and in ours. The knowledge we once only got from books now comes to us from Google. It's even set its sights on indexing searchable excerpts from every book ever published in the world, over 130 million of them, or to be exact, 129,864,880 of them, according to Google's advanced algorithms, including, I hope, 5 of mine. It's already scanned more than 30 million books. A click of the button and your Google search tells you what company and product is offering the best value and who has it in stock right by where you are now. But it's now mobile technology that's emerging as the winner over the desktop. We now search and shop as we walk and talk. Few brands in history have achieved the global recognition that Google has. Sergey and Larry are intent on changing the world as we know it. They see the potential for the internet and their vast data analysing techniques to reach into every sphere of our lives. Google products are now integrated deep into our lives, and those two Google guys are owning more and more of it. They also want to use their drones and balloons to connect those yet unconnected 5 billion potential users around the globe. The markets are huge, and so too are the Google guys. A dangerous high-wire act? Or can they turn their dreams into our realities? It's already happening. Their private pact to work together at Google for 20 years gives them the time to make these advances. Google has acquired over 100 companies. They bought YouTube in 2006. Its biggest was Motorola Mobility for $12.5 billion in August 2011. During the first half of 2013 alone, it spent an estimated $1.3 billion on acquisitions, $966 million going to Waze, an app that helps you outsmart traffic. Its latest acquisition in April 2014 was the drone maker Titan Aerospace. It didn't reveal how much it paid, but those drones will work alongside its Project Loon, which aims to use helium balloons to bring connectivity to remote corners of the world. It also bought recently Nest, a major bet on the Internet of Things, a home thermostat that constantly learns, with many more innovations from the Nest stable due to come soon. Innovation is at the core of its business. Its partnerships are global and all-embracing across industry and academia. People make pilgrimages to Google's HQ in Mountain View, California, just one of more than 70 offices like this one, in over 40 countries. They all share that Google sense of student-like fun with brightly coloured cubes and yurts, and huddles and pool tables, and some even have pianos. Its cafes serve healthy food. It famously employs its own chefs. Mountain View is very much like the university environment that Google's founders, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, met in at Stanford University in 1995, when Sergey, aged 21, was assigned to show Larry, aged 22, around. They didn't initially like one another, but that soon changed. A year later, they collaborated on a search engine called Backrub that worked on the Stanford servers. The next year, they registered google.com as a domain name. The word was a wordplay on Google, a mathematical term for a very large number with 100 zeros. This was a reflection of their ambitious mission to organise all of the world's information. Stanford's powerful network landed them an investor. In just under a year, Andy Bechtolsheim, co-founder of Sun Microsystems, wrote them a cheque for $100,000 to Google Inc., which was a bit of a problem because the company didn't exist yet. A month later, September 1998, they registered the company and finally paid in the cheque. But before they did that, they went to the Burning Man Festival in Nevada desert and left their first doodle, an iconic man, saying they would be away for a few days. But at the end of the year, they had a workspace in a friend's garage and had hired their very first employee. But the best was yet to come. In December 1998, PC Magazine reported that Google has an uncanny knack for returning extremely relevant results, and it was the search engine of choice in the top 100 websites for 1998. Their business partnership and friendship has lasted the course, as has their shared sense of mission and vision. In March 2001, they appointed Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Novell, as their CEO, and commentators wrote that the Google guys had seemed to bow to the inevitable trio at the top management style. Schmidt had invested $1 million of his own money in the company. Sergey was the gifted dealmaker, Larry the deepest technologist, and Eric got down to the details of running the business. Google's Don't Be Evil motto was first set out in a 2004 IPO letter they wrote to stockholders. It said, "Don't be evil. We strongly believe that in the long term we'll be better served as shareholders and in all other ways by a company that does good things for the world, even if we forego some short-term gains." Like books and the invention of the printing press, Google Search has pushed back the frontiers of knowledge as we know it. And with the accumulation of data that Google now has about each of us as individuals, and the controversies it encounters reflect that achievement. After all, they destroyed the printing press and burned the papers. The impact that technology and the internet is having on our lives is the new chapter in our history books. We're now in uncharted waters, typing the pages of our living history. Today, Sergey and Larry still believe passionately in the endless possibilities of the internet itself. The future is not what it used to be. So it's here in London's King's Cross where Google will be establishing its new London headquarters. This is going to be the epicenter of creativity and technology, with St Martin's College over there and the new Google building taking place over here. And it's probably here where the next iteration of the Google story is likely to unfold for most of us. So the small internet search company that was started in 1998 is in 2014 the Brand Z Top 100 Most Valuable Global Brand. I'm in the headquarters of Google in the UK with Peter Fitzgerald, who is the UK Country Sales Director. Peter, on behalf of WPP and Brand Z, it is my honour and privilege to be able to present this certificate for you to recognise the fact that Google is Brand Z's top 100 most valuable global brand for 2014. Congratulations to you and to everybody at Google.
Thank you so much, David. Wow, this is brilliant. It's lovely just to see it right in front here, and on behalf of Googlers here in the UK and around the world, thank you very much. It's a great honor to receive this.
Peter, I can't let you go without at least asking you one question.
Sure.
How important is the brand to Google as an organisation?
Oh, it's essential. It's so important. I think we focus a lot on creating products that you know, we as users will love. So if you're trying to get somewhere on time, you know that Google Maps will reroute based on traffic patterns so you get there on time. Just simple things like that that make your day a little bit better or easier. And by having a brand that's strong, that means our users trust us, and we can keep building great products. So it's absolutely important for us in the work we're doing.
Well, maybe it's time for a little picture that
yes, absolutely.
we can share on various different social networks.
So I can take I can take a quick picture. Okay, Glass, take a picture. Brilliant. I've got a lovely picture of you holding the award. Okay, Glass, share with David Roth. So this will send it to your email address.
Fantastic, and we can whiz it around the world. Time to go. A celebratory drink.
Fantastic. Thank you again, David.
Pleasure.
It's a great honor.